Heidi and Frank Show. Current question is, can married men teach hot, young, single women how to surf? Or not? Is it just off limits? Is Tommy Davidson here? Is he still in the Bristol Farms green room? Let's get Tommy in here because I want to ask him, see what his take is.
Yeah, gotta have him weigh in.
Tommy! Come on in here.
There he is.
There he is.
He's not aged a bit. He looks exactly the same.
He looks younger.
My God.
That's called a box of dye.
Have a seat, my friend.
Not a box of dye. Because that would be, that.
Right. Yeah, plural.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have a seat. Throw on your
Tommy.
headphones.
Now, let me ask something.
All right.
You want to ask me something already?
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's a full video.
Hey,
So that's different than everything just going into the mic.
Right, and you're on right here too.
Yeah, so I pretty much I can be more expressive.
Yes, of course.
Because I'm covered in more angles.
We got you from all angles, Tommy
Now I
Davidson.
forgot the question. Oh, here's the question.
Okay.
All right.
If the doorbell doesn't ring, does guests still come in?
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have to wear the doorbell.
Because it's an entrance device.
It's a
Right,
thing.
right. Otherwise, how would we know?
Or is it
you're
a
here?
cue for you guys?
It's a cue.
It's just a thing.
I'm
Like,
reading way
Tommy's
too
here.
into this.
This is stupid radio stuff.
Yeah, you're just
I'm going to
like-
ask you a question. Are you married?
No.
Well,
What happened?
The smart guy in the room.
Now what happened? Now what did I... Now
We have a surprise for you. Doorbell.
Right, doorbell, ding, ding, ding.
That's your cue to leave.
Penelope Cruz has been thinking about you. You know what I mean? Jennifer Aniston has just had a thing for you for years.
She wants to tell you about it this morning.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. We've been talking about can a married man teach a young, hot, single woman how to surf or how to play golf or do anything? Can a married man be put in a situation where,
He's spending alone time.
yeah, he's teaching a
He
skill?
can pull it off.
Yeah, he can do it, right?
Yeah, he can do it. So what's the question?
There you go, Heidi. See, I got Tommy Davidson saying
do it.
You
married
would
man
put,
can
you
totally
would put
do it.
yourself in that situation. I know you're not married, but you would put yourself in that situation where now the girl falls in love with you, even though you're like,
Where'd the fall in love part come?
I'm
from?
flattered.
Thank you.
Where'd that come from? Is it
I'm flattered, but I'm happily married. And she's like, we'll see about that. Now I'm going to call your wife and say something.
This is a whole nother scenario, though, presented. This was just a guy walking in,
Right.
finishing tennis lessons with this 20-year-old.
Yeah, yeah.
So the rest of that thinking, I don't know where it came from, unless said client of said
tennis pro.
tennis pro is like hot,
Super hot.
right, and doesn't want to be with guys her age,
Right.
and starts to see this guy as something.
Right, because you're teaching her,
To be had.
and now you're off limits because you're married, and now she's
Yeah.
starting to have feelings for you, and you say, "I'm flattered, but I'm happily
flattered.
married." And
Well,
now,
okay, is the real question, what are the chances of a hot 21-year-old wanting like a 50-year-old dude who's married?
Well,
See,
that happens
that's
all the
where
time.
you've taken it. See, no, this was just about if you're a married guy. See, this happened. This guy, he's at
Answer
work
being
with his
yes.
coworker.
The answer being pretty yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy's got a car. He's got an established job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's probably a sweet damn thing. He's already married, so he understands stuff. He's got the nurturing skills.
See?
If he's got children. He's definitely got nurturing skills. So he's been around.
and that's why she can fall in love. You guys think
I
it's
think that she would love some hugs and kisses from this guy because he's such a strength on the emotional end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's probably a pretty at 50.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably a chiseled down. You know, pretty chiseled
still
down.
surfing every
Yeah, he's
weekend.
not on the descent.
right.
He's not where no hairpiece required yet or nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough to wear hairpiece surfing anyway.
I mean, half the guys in the world cannot afford a Ferrari until they're like 90.
I know when you look
You know
ridiculous.
what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? So in a way, you got a point.
This wasn't her pursuing him, though. This was him offering. He heard at the water cooler, she's standing there talking to another young woman, and she's like, I'd really love to learn how to surf. And he's like, hey, I know how to surf. I'll teach you.
Oh,
Right.
no.
But is this letter from the wife of?
This is from the young girl who sees this as no big deal because she thinks this is going to be just completely innocent. The young girl doesn't have the intent to go
Okay.
after this guy. She's like, I don't understand why everyone's thinking that he has intent to hit on her.
Where's that?
The only way that because it happens, the only way that this could work is if the girl is hideous or the guy is hideous, and there's no chance that any shenanigans are going to happen. But if he's a nice-looking guy
And she's a nice looking
and she's a nice-looking girl, and they're spending all listen, it happens all the time when you're spending time with somebody and you're bonding and you're watching the sun come up as you're learning how to surf, and now feelings get all mixed up because you're like, he's teaching
Come on, Tommy.
me.
You never had that female writer be like, "Can you help me with my stand-up,
I really want to do. I want to be
Not a writer.
No writer.
Actress.
Not a writer. Yeah.
Oh,
An
yeah.
actress, yes.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I want
sure.
to take my stuff to the next level, and could you mentor me?
It's happened.
And you really tried to mentor her, but she was trying to get you in the sack.
I can, but me in this case might be subjective.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
I mean, that might be my case only. I can't just come in here.
Yeah.
I just can't just come in here and say that.
But you could go from experience. You could go, well, this has actually happened to me.
Okay, well, from my experience, yes, it has happened.
Nothing further.
Nothing.
What?
That's it.
You need me on that wall. You want me on that wall.
Tommy Davidson.
How interesting. What did I come into?
I know. This
A
is-
beat down.
You're like, I'm just gonna come in
Yeah.
and promote my show.
A
It'll be
beatdown.
easy.
It's never just that. It's never just that.
You're going to be headlining the Ventura Comedy Festival on Wednesday.
Go see him, everybody.
Yeah, please.
VenturaComedyFestival.com. It says here that you were adopted at 2 years old
Well, we
by
go
a white
right to
family.
that.
Well, I'm thinking
my
Ventura Comedy
goodness.
Festival. It's
We
like
go right to that. He's an abomination, ladies and gentlemen.
you're going to be in Ventura.
Yeah,
Might as well talk about white
He's
families.
a mutant.
What an adorable,
Yeah, right off the top. Let's talk about your mutant.
what an
ninja-like-
adorable
your-
little
your
baby, Tommy
Ninja Turtle.
Davidson.
Yeah, your little Ninja Turtle-like qualities.
Little 2-year-old
Was it
Tommy
an all-white
Davidson.
school growing up too?
No, actually, by the time I was in school, I got really lucky, man. I actually was adopted in '66, moved to Fort Collins, Colorado.
Oh.
And kind of lived in Laramie, Wyoming, and Casper, Wyoming. Like I was a Midwest kid who then moved to Washington D.C.
Oh,
in
boy.
'68.
Okay.
When King got shot. So it's like I'm like the trajectory of American society, really, because we got beat up and it
Yeah.
was like, your family's white crackers, and I was like, Mom, what's a white cracker? And she's like, that's what people call people our color who are your color. And I'm like, well, what color am I? And she's like, black, and we're white. And I'm like, no, you're brown, and I'm brown, and you're like peach. Because I'm looking.
As a kid, you're like,
yeah,
what?
I'm looking at the crayon colors. You know what I mean? And I always thought I was a brown one.
Yeah.
Because I saw horses and cats and dogs have puppies, and there could be a black mom, and it'd be like a white one, a gray one, a black. You know what I mean?
sense, yeah.
Or like a white horse would have like a spotted black baby. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm a brown one. That's all I knew. You know what I mean? So it's like my innocence just got chiseled away. But eventually, after the whole search, which is like ass whip search, because the black kids kicked their ass for me being with white people. Then the white people kicked their ass for them being with me. So then it was like, okay, now into integrated school, and I always have been.
Good Lord, you have like the foundation for being a comedian. I mean,
I think
it's
that
like
was
all
I
happened
think-
for a reason.
I think that was the reason.
Seriously.
Yeah. Fast forward.
To you.
Check this out. I was just talking to my friend in the car. Fast forward, I'm in Afghanistan. First time I'm there, soldiers get killed.
This is awful, as everybody says.
Outside of the base.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the guys loses his foot. On my door, the cat's in the uniform and stuff. They're like, hey, would you talk to him? I said, yeah, I'll talk to him. He, go around the corner, peek my head around the corner. He's in his bed, and he looks up and he says, what are you doing here? With a smile. And I'm like, I guess I came to see you. And he's like, oh, okay. And we talked. So it's like, it works.
You did good.
It's for a reason.
You did good.
What was it like being over there? And
Isn't that something?
Yeah, I mean, as far as
I looked around the
And
corner
he's smiling.
and he said,
What are you doing
here?
Because imagine, he's probably like, what kind of meds do they have me on?
Right.
Tommy Davidson.
Exactly,
He's like,
because he was he was pushing that button. Yeah, so he went like, what? And I was like,
Tommy-
I'm really here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because he's telling this buddy, like, Tommy Davidson came in and sat with me for like an hour, like, okay, buddy.
Yeah. Right. Watch the morphine. You know what I mean?
Don't overdo it.
So just like that's a
Are
good
you
thing.
God?
That's a good thing. Right. Are you the Lord?
God is brown.
You know what I mean? Yeah, God is brown. I hope we got a.
The young Morgan
Yeah,
Freeman.
right. Don't mention Morgan Freeman.
Don't mention it. What?
Anyway,
You can't stand it?
So one
we won't
person-
get into that.
Well, now I want to get into
Well,
it.
I mean, I watched him on Electric Company.
Oh, yeah.
Love the dude. Watched his whole career. Saw when he got the movie with. Saw when he got his first Oscar with Christopher Reeve's movie where he played the pimp. Mm-hmm. Right? Didn't he play a pimp in his first role?
I can't remember.
Yeah, that's the role he got the Oscar for. Mm-hmm. I believe it was a pimp. Mm-hmm. Okay. Loving him on the red carpet, wanting a picture with him. The people that were with him wanted a picture with me. I asked picture with him. Tell him one of the kids from electric company wants to take a picture with him, and he whispers to the person while I'm watching the mouth go slow. No.
That is awful,
And
Tommy
I'm like,
Davidson.
it's like Home Alone. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, you know.
One of your, I guess at that time, one of your heroes or idols or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like,
one
this
of
would
them,
be
like,
huge.
he was like the idol.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's a good thing that happened because you will
No.
never treat a fan that way.
I never.
You will never. You probably wouldn't have beforehand, but that's a good.
No, but that's
lesson,
the same guy. Fast forward, falling asleep in the interview.
That's true.
And having sex with his granddaughter.
Yeah. Well, you know. So
Just saying.
So you know,
Yeah,
not
I'm with
to
you.
pile up.
No, I'm with you,
know,
Tommy.
Not to justify my pain.
Right.
In the chink in someone's armor or their character. you
Right.
know. For who am I to?
Who else let you down?
For who am I to talk it?
Who else failed Tommy
Oprah.
Davis? Oprah?
Don't you dare!
Recently, man.
Really?
What'd she do?
I'm like,
want her to be
hi.
fabulous.
I'm like, when my mom passed. There's a story. I'm from Mississippi, you know, so there's a lot of, and she's from Mississippi, and there's, you know, there's this whole thing, and my mom, very, 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 very spiritual, very strong woman, only like few celebs, her and Whoopi. So I'm like, and she's always like, when are you ever going to be on that show? You know, so she ended up passing away. So I said, man, if I ever see Oprah, I'm going to tell her that my mom, like, she liked you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not only that, but just hi, too, you know?
Right.
So there she was, and I'm going to tell her, man, my mom, out of everybody, loved you. You know, and it was just like, hey, I'm like, hey, I'm Tommy Davidson. She's like, hey. Wham.
Just turned away.
And I'm like,
Oh, that sucks.
I'm like the guy who told Bruce Lee that he thought he told everyone to come in uniform in Into the Dragon, and he showed up in his own gear, and the guy went, I thought I told you to come in uniform, and Bruce Lee looked at him like, and the guy went. That's how I felt when she walked away.
Yeah,
Saying,
Oprah.
you know,
She was on Access
no.
Hollywood. And they told her, they did the Forbes 400, the richest people in the world. And they informed Oprah that she's the only black person on the Forbes 400 and said, you know, is that sad? And Oprah started laughing.
Right.
Well, it's not sad for me.
She said
No, she
that?
didn't.
Swear to God. Actually,
Frank.
I
don't think she meant. Well, okay.
Oh my God.
yeah, she was like,
What do I say?
Not sad
she
for
broke
me.
Into not for me. I guess for everybody else.
Right.
But I'm Oprah.
Right.
Oh, I was like,
I don't know. It's like-
Oprah.
that's kind of left to. I gotta see the tape.
Yeah.
all right, put your headphones on.
That's left to interpret.
I have the
Headphones on,
audio.
we'll
Put your
play it.
headphones
Yeah.
on. I have the audio.
I have to say. No, I have to see it.
No, I have audio.
No, but I have to see
You
it.
know what Oprah looks like.
No, but I have to.
Is he
I have
worried
to-
it's gonna be an
No,
impersonator?
I can see context. These eyes are like I can see context. Like for
Oh,
sure.
meaning,
people are
she was just
thinking.
I
screwing
have
around.
to see. No,
Yeah,
I have
okay.
to see. You know, in Avatar,
Right? Yeah, yeah.
I see you. Like I have to see.
We hooked
like
our
that.
tails together
Like
or
that kinda-
something,
Yeah,
and
I have
you
to
can
see
just-
that kind of see. You have to
Our
do.
ponytails.
You have to do that kind of see. Like, okay, let me see.
Oh, I don't want that to be true. I love her. She's one of the people I want to meet
I think
too. But
she
now,
laughed because she
Yeah,
found
didn't lose the love for her.
because she wrote me.
Might have been a moment.
I wrote her a letter when I was in the 6th grade, and she wrote me back. And the first line was, Heidi, always remember, no obstacles are insurmountable. Oh, a letter from Oprah. She wrote me back. Took her 7 months, but wrote me back. I
Hey,
still
but-
have it.
Hey, but
And I
Chris-
meet her and tell her that, so she's like, okay.
Right. You like blowing she'll just blow the baseball cap off by the brim. You know, hi, I'm Oprah.
But I wanted
There.
to tell.
Now what?
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Nice baseball hat. Can you stay there for a second?
There
What's
goes
your name
that.
again? Gone.
Right. That was just a little sample of the Heidi and Frank Show on 95.5 KLOS. Now, to get the show in its entirety, on demand, and if you want to watch the show, we webcast it every day, all you have to do is go to HeidiandFrank.com and become a premium package member. Do it right now.